Hi, my name's Nikki. I'm the Obsessive Bookseller, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over a massive book haul. I just did one a few weeks ago, and I hadn't planned on doing another one for several months, but I lucked into a bunch of used books. My mom was clearing out her collection, and I snagged a bunch of old school hardcovers that I've been coveting my whole life. I'll go over what I got from her first and then a couple of new acquisitions. Okay, most excitingly, my mom's Feist Collection. This is her all-time favorite fantasy author, and it's the author that got me introduced into fantasy as well. And I have a few of these books on my shelves, but not in hardcover, so I'm really excited about this one. First we have Shadow of a Dark Queen and Rise of a Merchant Prince. It's book 1 and 2 in the Serpent War saga. These are like high seas adventures to a new land, super fun books. They take a lot of really beloved characters that you don't meet until Silverthorn and Darkness at Sethanon in the original series. And as you can see, these are pretty old school fantasy hardcovers. Super excited to add them to my collection. Next is the Dark War Saga trilogy. We have Rides of Dread Legion, Flight of the Nighthawks, and Wrath of a Mad God. Now, chronologically, these take place kind of near the end of the Rift War saga, and truth be told, I think this is about the point where I started losing steam for the series. The initial 10 books or so and the side trilogy with Janny Wirtz are by far the best works. And yeah, I'm glad to have these just because it represents a really important part of my fantasy reading journey. But yeah, probably will never reread these ones. The other ones for sure, but not these. Arguably the strongest trilogy in the entire Rift War saga, the Conclave of Shadows. We've got Talon of a Silverhawk, King of Foxes, and Exile's Return. If you were going to read anything in this series as a standalone, this would probably be a good one. This has one of my favorite characters throughout the entire Rift War saga, and it's one we don't see repeated a lot, which actually works to its benefit. And they are exceptional books, and I am like beyond thrilled to have these represented because I don't think I even have these in paperback. Next is Legends of the Rift War. This is a trilogy where he co-wrote each book with a different author. I actually have not read this series. The first one is Honored Enemy with William Fortune, who I've actually heard of. Murder in Lamut with Joel Rosenberg, who I have also heard of but not read. And the one I'm most excited to read, Jimmy the Hand, one of the best characters in the whole saga. And this is written with S.M. Sterling. I own a few of S.M. Sterling's books but haven't read them yet. And then to cap it off, I am so excited for these. Of the initial Rift War 6 books, Prince of the Blood is by far my favorite. And this is a really old, really beat up Tate hardcover, but it still has so much sentimental value to me. And same thing with this one. This is Daughter of the Empire, first book in the Empire saga that Feist wrote with Janny Wirtz, and it is still one of my all-time favorite books and all-time favorite series. I'm due for a reread soon. But this copy, also a little beat up, this has so much sentimental value for me. I read this book when I was 16, and I remember it was summer and I canceled plans with some friends who were going to the lake, and I just couldn't put the book down. So I devoured this whole thing in 2 days. And back then that was quite a bit because I wasn't as much of an avid reader as I am today. But yes, this beautiful hardcover. I wish my mom had the rest in the series in hardback, but I am super grateful to have this one. I've been coveting it for a long time. Okay, next, Terry Brooks, Song of Shannara, which I'm pretty sure I have in a giant hardback compilation somewhere, but I thought the old school hardcover was pretty cool, so I snagged that one. Next, we have the Magic Kingdom series, which I haven't read. But now that I have these, I'm thinking I might want to. I lost a little bit of steam with Terry Brooks's Shannara series. I read the first 3, and they were decent. They were relaxing, like classic fantasies, and I would like to continue the series at some point. But I have heard that these are a little bit more engaging, definitely a lot more original. The others were kind of Tolkien knockoffs and in a sense, but yeah, really excited for these. I remember being like 3 or 4 years old and laying these books out to make a path in our little apartment, and this book scaring the hell out of me. So now I own it. And I have a couple of Anne McCaffrey's that I didn't previously have. Dolphins of Pern and the Chronicles of Pern, First Fall. I am still only 2 trilogies deep into this series, and so I've got a lot more to go. And then Journey to the Void, book 3 in the Silver and Stone trilogy by Margaret Wise and Tracy Hickman. I have read quite a few of the series that these authors have out, and I have not read this one, but as it happens, I already own the first 2 and I needed the 3rd one, so woohoo! And then to wrap up the used books, the Prydain Chronicles by Lloyd Alexander. And I thought this is the series that the Black Cauldron came from, but now that I'm thinking about it, I remember seeing these sold separately when I was a bookseller, and I think it's like an Arthurian lore, which now looking at the cover makes sense. So maybe they're related, maybe not, but I thought this was a cool compilation. And on to the new books. The first one I picked up was the illustrated Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter. My fiance actually surprised me with this as a gift. And this was my favorite book in the series. And I was kind of hoping that the illustrations, like it would be a lot fatter of a book, because this is about the same size as the illustrated editions for the first 3. So I was hoping it would be about twice as big. But I'll take it. Next is Dragonhaven by Robin McKinley. I know absolutely nothing about this story. I know Robin McKinley is really good at fairy tale retellings, and it's about dragons, so that's all I needed to know. I picked this one up on a bargain. Edge Dancer by Brandon Sanderson. This is a short story in the Stormlight Archive series. It takes place between Oathbringer and Rhythm of War, and it is my favorite short story I've ever read from him. I absolutely love the adventure and the sense of discovery in this book. And I did not realize that it was being published in a nifty little hardcover, so yay! I'm excited about this next set of books, but it's not even the part of the haul that I'm most excited to show. So we have Red Country by Joe Abercrombie. Just finished this one a few weeks ago and absolutely loved it. It's going to complete the original First Law world for my collection. Sharp Ends. I did a recent review for this one as well, and this is one of the funniest books I've ever read. Highly entertaining, very recommendable. And I normally don't buy a lot of books unless I've read them first, especially if they're like really pricey hardcovers, but I've been enjoying Abercrombie enough that I felt safe picking up A Little Hatred in hardcover and A Trouble with Peace. I cannot imagine not liking these. So, yep, wanted to get a head start on buying those. And the 3rd one is coming out soon, which I've already pre-ordered. I was at a local bookstore just browsing the shelves, and I came across Krakens Tooth by Anthony Ryan. It's book 2 in the Seven Swords series. And when I opened it up, I realized it was a signed edition. And this is one of my top 3 favorite authors, and that's saying a lot. So I thought, okay, I have to buy this. It is like serendipity. And then I looked at the price point, $40. Oh my God. Yeah, a lot of money, but yeah, couldn't pass that up. So picked it up, brought it home. And during that same week, I won a contest that Anthony Ryan was running for the 3rd book in that series, City of Songs. And yeah, lucky all at once. So this one is actually personalized to me. Really excited about that. Now, Book Nerd Problems 101, I have the second one and the third one as physical copies, and the first one is only available as an $85 hardcover. And I draw the line. I won't do it. I'm like hoping that at some point a cheaper version comes out so that I can complete my collection. It's bad enough that one of them is in hardcover and one of them is in paperback, but whatever. When I was responding to the email that let me know that I had won that contest from Anthony Ryan, I mentioned how much I loved his Draconius Memoria series and the fact that I recommended it as often as I could. And when I got my package with the advanced copy, he also included signed book plates for each of the Draconius Memoria series. So I now have these to put in my beautiful hardcovers, and like, what a cool author moment to, you know, be that extra. And this made my whole year. Like, this was so cool. So can't wait to get these put in the hardcovers. Yep. Woohoo! So there's my book haul. I don't have any plans to buy a ton of books. I would say that I probably won't be doing this again for a while, but I'm going to be in Seattle soon. And there are a couple of like beautiful used bookshops there. Last time I didn't make it out without at least 30 books. So yeah, I'll probably have another book haul soon if things go according to plan and I get to go in one of those shops. I also recently took advantage of a book outlet sale, no affiliation, and have a few bargain copies on their way. So yay, new books are fun. I love watching book haul videos, so hopefully you guys enjoyed going on that journey with me, and I hope to catch you next time. Thank you. Bye.